Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to Zone864 TV. It's your main man on the trigger, Mr. Zone864 himself. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if it's in your heart. Hit that subscribe button if it's in your heart. Welcome into the room, Professor Mex and the Rockera. Come on, come on, come on. I know the algorithm is going to be a little bit slow in getting the notifications out. Professor, if you don't mind, let me know how the volume sounds, because I got the AC on, and sometimes when the wind is blowing in my Bluetooth, it kind of muffles the sound when I'm talking. So okay, great, appreciate that. Again, guys, welcome to Zone864 TV. I am your host, Mr. Zone864 himself. We are live today, Monday. A rare live, because most of you guys know, you know what I'm saying, I don't really go live like I used to that often, you know. Got priorities in life, got to take care of responsibility, got real life I got to deal with, got real kids I got to deal with. You feel me? So as you guys come into the live stream here, hit that like button if you don't mind. And if it's in your heart, hit that subscribe button as well. Broadcasting live from sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. We are in 114-degree weather right now, so it's definitely blazing outside. It's definitely blazing outside. Definitely got to make sure you're drinking your water. Definitely got to make sure you stay hydrated. If you are in the Phoenix metro area, salute XL Pro. Salute XL to the pro. Anybody that's listening in the Phoenix metro area, make sure you get your ACs checked on. Make sure your car AC is working properly, because yeah, man, it is dangerously scorching. As a matter of fact, the weather's gonna be fluctuating between 112 and 115 all week. No rain. Just hot sun and hot wind. We're in for an excessive heat warning over here until tomorrow, till tomorrow evening. So yeah. And anybody that's anywhere else, man, it's summertime all over the United States. Make sure y'all are staying hydrated. Make sure you're putting plenty of electrolytes in your body. You feel me? Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Absolutely, XL Pro. This is definitely sundress and bikini weather. That's a fact. This is definitely sundress and bikini weather. And Phoenix right now is definitely Like I said before, like I said before in my previous lives, dirty folks made fun of me. What's going on, B Turner? What's going on? Dirty folks made fun of me because every time he says when I go live in the mornings and I have my shades on and shit, he says I look like a great value Jason Bourne from the Jason Bourne movies. Because of my reflector shades that I wear all the time, and because of how I dress, But hey man, when it's 114, ain't nobody trying to be, ain't fashion. When it's 114, fashion is the least of your worries. You ain't gonna be worried about being fly. When it's 114, you gonna be worried about, staying cool. You're going to be worried about, being comfortable when you get out the house, when you leave out the house. Absolutely. I definitely dress like a Fed. I definitely dress like a Fed, Professor, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man, you ain't going to be worried about no fashion. What's going on, brother KDH? What's going on? Anybody listening in the live stream or in the rebroadcast, when you get some time, please make sure you go and check out the Red Carpet Ring on YouTube for the hottest wrestling information and entertainment and scandals on YouTube, on these YouTube streets. Make sure y'all head over to the Red Carpet Ring. Hit that subscribe button. Help my brother out. Let's get him a few extra subs. And yeah, straight like that. Straight like that, man. I don't care what nobody say. If you really rocking with somebody, and somebody got a YouTube channel or a business or something that they doing, and you call yourself cool with somebody, and you don't, shout them out, you don't shout the shit out that they got going on, and feel free to drop your the link in the chat. You know how I am, KDH. This is your channel too. My channel is your channel. You feel me? Yeah, man. If you ain't promote your homie stuff, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you really could call yourself a friend, or you could call yourself a brother. You feel me? It's enough subscribers for us to go around. You feel me? Yeah, so always support your brother. Always support your brother. Don't be, trying to get jealous and envious. Always support your brother, because your brother is going to be the one that have your back before any chick will, before your own mama will. More than likely, it's going to be your father, or it's going to be your brother. It's going to help you out in bad times. You feel me? Yeah. Let me see what KDH said. What do you say? Hold on. He said, I see you like showing off that sunny weather. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I said it before and I'll say it again. Choosing to move to Phoenix, Arizona, even though I've been here my whole life basically, but permanently moving here was the best decision I ever made, man. Plenty of money and plenty of women. That's for sure. Plenty of money, plenty of women, great weather, no shortage of that. And if I move again, I'll probably move to San Diego. But I got to get my weight up for that, because shit, Rent over there is like 3,500, 37, or like rent over there is between like 28 to 4,500 depending on where you're looking. And I ain't got that kind of bread like that. Nah. But maybe one day. One day. Let me see here. Zone got that Arizona Phoenix Suns Devin Booker. Man, I wish I had that money. I wish I had that Devin Booker kind of money. As a matter of fact, me and my shorty, we was we went to Dave and Buster's on Saturday night, and it was funny because the waiter that was serving us, I had to look at him. I had to look at him because I'm like, yo, I'm like, this dude look exactly like Devin Booker. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if this dude is related to Devin Booker, because I kid you not, the waiter that was serving us, like, he had that same light skin, that same kind of cut, almost the same height. You know what I mean? He was just a tad bit shorter. But yeah, I'm like, damn, this dude looked like Devin Booker, man. But nah, KDH, man, I definitely don't got that Devin Booker kind of money. I definitely don't. I wish I did, though. You know what I'm saying? That's a goal. That's always a goal. But I wish I had that kind of money, man. I wish I did. But you know, we'll see what the future holds. But we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into it. So as y'all can see, we're talking about you know, black YouTube, so-called black YouTube, and we're talking about the average black man, or the below average black man, right? And the reason that I wanted to, you know, fire up a live stream and talk about this was because, you know, I was watching a couple of content creators today, both of whom I'm very familiar with. I don't really want to, you know, say their names because I might say something in this live that, you know, may be considered offensive. So just for that, I'm not going to say any names. But when you watch a lot of black content creators, I'm gonna say, because you can create content on multiple platforms. YouTube is just, you know, part of the mainstream. But when you watch these content creators, you know, and they go on these YouTube channels, and you know, they have done the work to put together a show. You know, that takes work. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody could do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why some channels have 10 subs and some channels have 100,000 subs. And obviously, just because some channels have 100,000 subs, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's good content, but it's definitely an indicator that somebody has definitely put in the work. Somebody has definitely done their due diligence. Somebody definitely, you know, has the passion for what they're doing. Otherwise, you know, they wouldn't have such a big sub count, and they wouldn't be known across the platform like they are. And I was listening to Minister Jap yesterday. I will mention his name just for the simple fact that, you know, he kind of mentioned this yesterday when he was doing his live stream, is when you look at the content creators who are not melanated, right? When you're looking at the Caucasian and the Hispanic content creators, You know, yeah, when they have their little shows, they live streams, you know what I'm saying, and they do panel shows, they might have you know, they might have, you know, their debacles, their debates, their disagreements, you know, their yelling matches and stuff like that. But one thing I always notice with them is you see a lot of those guys in the same circle. Like you literally could see a group of the non-melanated content creators fall out on a show, and then next thing you know, they go over to a different channel where they have mutual content creator friends or whatever, and it's all love. It's all love. Whatever they said to each other in the past was whatever they said to each other in the past. You don't see them trying to hold grudges and be like, well, you said this to me, and you said that about me, and you said that about my kid, and blah, 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 blah. Now, am I saying that they perfect? No. Am I saying that they do fall out sometimes, that they do have their disagreements? Absolutely. But the root of what I'm saying when it comes to that is, you see, they focus on the big picture. You know, not only are they going to use it for entertainment and to try to put whatever kind of social engineering out into society, but they're also going to use it for business as well, right? And see, a lot of those content creators, they understand the value of what it is that they do. You see, a lot of the black male YouTube or content creators don't necessarily understand that. And so when these content creators get in the same panel, all you seeing is arguing and F you and suck my you know what, and yeah, you a bitch nigga, and like all this kind of stuff, right? And look, that's all fine and dandy, but the difference between the non-melanated content creators, because I watch a lot of different people because I'm all about the information. The problem with the black man, the black content creator, is that a lot of you guys are immature, right? A lot of you guys, you've been given access to a YouTube live button, or a Rumble live button, or a Kick or a Facebook live button, and you don't know how to handle your responsibility. You feel me? Because what you got to understand is that you, as the content creator, you are the product. So it's one thing if you're getting up on a panel, you're arguing, you're trying to prove your point, you're debating, but the minute that you get emotional and your feelings, you start talking about people's kids, F your wife, you know, I hope this person dies, I hope this person chokes, I wish da 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 da, oh, you a bitch nigga, you only built your subscriber count because all you do is YouTube shorts. The problem with a lot of you guys is, like I said, a lot of you guys are immature, right? A lot of you guys are obviously raised by single mothers because it shows through your actions. And a lot of you guys are just like really addicted. Now, most of us, if you have a YouTube channel, if you have an Instagram page, if you have a Facebook page, if you have a Twitter account, if you have any social media account, you are a clout chaser. That includes me. I'm a clout chaser. Brian Turner is a clout chaser. XL Pro is a clout chaser. KDH is a clout chaser. DeBell 5000 is a clout chaser. Professor is a clout chaser. Mr. Goodbread is a clout chaser. OKL is a clout chaser. Mr. Palmer is a clout chaser. Minister Jap is a clout chaser. The angry man is a clout chaser. And let me explain to y'all why I'm saying that. Because clout is not a bad thing. Clout is not a bad thing, guys. But it's when you get the clout, when you start to get a lot of clout, when you see the women in your live chat, when you're allowing the live chat to dictate your feelings, when you're paying more attention to the live chat than you are the conversation that's being had, that's a problem. Because the whole purpose of being on someone's panel or going live, even on your own YouTube channel, if it's just by yourself, is to get your message out, is to add your commentary about whatever you want to talk about, is to possibly educate someone on a topic that they might not be educated on, right? It's to bring awareness. Now, you can have a sense of humor, you can be entertaining, but at the same time, when somebody, people all over the world, people all over the country watch YouTube, right? So if they're constantly seeing you fall out with people, right, and you're a sore loser, that's bad for business. Nobody's going to collab with you. Nobody's going to want to bring people to your channel. Nobody's going to have nothing good to say about you. At the end of the day, like, you know, like a person for myself, I got 126 subs, right? I've been told multiple times, you should go live more. You should post YouTube shorts more. You should post videos more. And I agree, I should do that stuff. But if I wanted to, then I would. Right? I used to go live, you know, a few times a week. But what happened was, not only did I just get busier in real life, but I started to understand the responsibility that comes with these YouTube channels and these social media platforms. Most of the people that rock with me understand that, you know, my mission is all about the men. I'm a father's right advocate, right? So I want men to get custody of their children. I want men to be a good example for young boys. I want men to stand firm on what they believe in, right? And a lot of these so-called black content creators, unfortunately, a lot of them are not being men. And I'm not saying that you can't disagree. I'm not saying that you have to like everybody. But what I'm saying is, you got to be smart. If you don't like a content creator, don't go on his panel. Don't go on his show. If you don't like a content creator, and I apologize, y'all. I'm going to turn the air up just a little bit more. So I hope y'all can hear me still. If you don't like a content creator, do not go on his show. Don't go on his panel. Don't go on his chat. Hell, unsubscribe to the channel. If you do not like a content creator, don't go on his panel. Don't go in his chat. Don't go in his comment section. You cannot tell a content creator how to run his channel. You can't tell a content creator who he can like, who he cannot like. Again, if there's a situation that there's a conversation that's being had, and you know you want to use your voice to address a situation, then do that. But at the same time, at the end of the day, like I'll give y'all an example, right? Let's use somebody like a Coach Greg Adams. Let me see here. Hold on. KD8 says most YouTube 90% BS, 10% authentic. Most of these channels. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. All right. My bad, y'all. Yeah. So absolutely. It's just like with women, right? 80% of these women out here are bad. 80% of these women are grown children with breasts. 80% of these women are grown children with breasts. Only 20% of them are even worth a damn, and probably only 10% of them are actually worth wifing up. So yeah, it's a lot of BS on YouTube. Only 10%. I definitely agree with that number. And the reason it's only 10% is because a lot of these content creators, they don't even have the intellectual capacity to be able to talk about something of importance. You feel me? Like they don't have the capacity to articulate their thoughts, articulate words. They're not paying attention with what's going on in the real world. They only paying attention with what's going on in the YouTube algorithm or the Instagram algorithm, and that's fine. They can do what they want. But at the same time, by you not challenging yourself to be diverse and challenge yourself to up your game when it comes to your commentary, you know, don't be afraid to dive out the window and talk about politics sometimes. Don't be ashamed to talk about finance sometimes. You know, share maybe something, you know, happened to you in your life where, you know, you purchased the house and you ended up, you know, getting into debt, and you lost the house. You went into foreclosure, right? But then you were able to work your way back up from the bottom, and now you was able to get a second house, right? Like, talk about stuff like that, you know, because there are valuable lessons and there's valuable information. You know, maybe people might not know how bankruptcy works. Maybe there are different options people can do before they file for bankruptcy. People might not know about debt consolidation. People might not know about, you know, different things. So, you know, it's all good to talk about ass and titties or whatever. I love ass and titties. You know, I'm a titty guy. And since, you know, it's summer, and since it's 114 degrees outside, and the women have been showing a lot more skin, you know, and wearing tiny skirts and these shorts and shit, where that stops right below the cheek. Lately, I've been becoming more of an ass person, and I'm not really an ass person like that. Now, do I love ass? Absolutely. Do I eat ass? No. But I'm a titty guy, but I have been becoming more of an ass guy as of lately. And I apologize for getting off track. That was besides the point, probably a little bit inappropriate, and I might even have to edit that part out. So you guys forgive me. I love God, and we just gonna move on. So anyway, like I was saying, so what I was saying before I got sidetracked by ass and titties, right? And I love God. Was you have to be careful. A lot of you black men out here, black content creators, right? And I'm only addressing the black men because, like I said, I watch white content creators. I watch Asian content creators. I watch Hispanic content creators. Most of these non-melanated, non-black content creators that I watch, they talk about different things like traveling, like finances, different things, right? And they have panel shows, right? See, a lot of the black panel shows, when we have panel shows, we talking about women, we talking about wives, what does it take to be a husband? That's all great and dandy. Talk about that all day long, because Lord knows, when it comes to the nuclear family structure pertaining to black people, it is trash right now. So I don't mind a discussion like that, because the discussions that are being had when it comes to wives, children, husbands, families, this needs to be online so that in 20 or 30 years, when there's a whole new generation of children, they can look back into YouTube algorithms or save videos or whatever and see, oh, in 2023, this is the discussions they were having, right? But the non-melanated black YouTubers, content creators, they understand that content creation is a business. And like I said, it's okay to be messy. It's okay to have disagreements, but you cannot get emotional and say, oh, fuck you, and all of this kind of stuff. And getting it, like a lot of us, like, we haven't even met each other in real life. So how could you get so in your feelings that you just have this crazy amount of vitriol in your body for somebody that you never even met before, somebody that only knows you from the internet, somebody that only knows aspects of you by things that you have said? They never came up in the trenches with you. They never went through hard times with you. They never seen you at your lowest point. They never seen you when you had to defend yourself. They never seen you when you had to do something that you didn't want to do. They never seen you consistently for years in your day-to-day life. So why you gonna get so emotional over somebody that only know you over the internet? Like, yeah, we get tight and everything like that, and we make friends and we become brothers and stuff like that. But at the same time, when that phone screen cut off, when that computer screen cut off, now you back into the real world, right? Now you got to deal with your real life. Let me see. XL Pro says the black tech channels and finance channels get overlooked in black manosphere. Absolutely. Absolutely, XL Pro. And everything is not for everybody. And everybody comes into what everybody evolves at the time that they're supposed to. And if you're just now coming into the live stream, hit the like button, please. And if it's in your heart, hit that subscribe button as well. Yeah, but XL Pro, a lot of people, they're gonna look over those channels because, they're just not in a place where they're ready for that type of information. So when they're ready for that type of information, those channels will be there for them. But a lot of people, they're just not ready. They're not at that point in life where they're ready for that kind of information. Also, I want to talk about the below average black man, right? The reason I wanted to throw that in there too is because, right, when I'm watching these YouTube channels, when I'm watching these debates, there's always like one or two guys that will, just try to make it look like they got everything, make it try to look like they just solid, cool, whatever, right? But at the same time, that same person will sit there, try to act like, a content creator that's asking for cash apps and asking for people to hit the super chat They want to try to down the content creator that's asking the audience to donate to his YouTube platform. Well, the only thing I gotta say to that is, motherfucker, do you see the white man trying to give out free shit? And this ain't about race, none of that shit. But obviously, YouTube is a white-owned platform. Twitter is a white-owned platform. Instagram, Facebook is a white-owned platform. Do you notice that every time you donate, somebody donate in your super chat, do you not understand that the white man gets a cut of that, gets a third cut of that? So why would you try to downplay or play the content creator that's asking for cash apps and super chats and PayPals? That's a part of the game. You want to be able to get compensated for your time. Because otherwise, if you're not getting compensated for your time, like with me right now, I've been on here 37 minutes, right? Which is good. It's not too much time. You know, I don't mind investing a little bit of time because that's what it is, right? When you're not getting paid from something, but you're doing something and you're trying to build something, what you're doing is you making an investment. So right now at 126 subs, I don't mind not being compensated right now, because the fact that I even got live people, the fact that I even got people in my live chat, the people that the fact that they're even putting comments and hitting the like button, that is right now, that's compensation enough for me, right? That's compensation enough for me. That's all I need right now at this point in time. Now, when I get to 1,000 subs, when I get to 5,000, 10,000 subs, and you know, and I have, you know, 100, 200, 500 people in the live chat, and you motherfuckers ain't contributing, oh hell no, we gonna end the show. Y'all ain't hitting the like button, we gonna end the show. We are gonna end the show because I did not work that hard. I did not invest that much for 500 people to be watching my show and nobody contribute. So let's stop the bullshit. Let's cut the cap out. The reason that most of us do this YouTube shit is because it's valuable. It is a way for people to pay their bills full time and support your kids. There's a way to do that through YouTube, through Rumble, through Facebook, through Kick, and any other live stream platform. When the non-melanated black content creators are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars through their live streams, y'all ain't over there trying to bring them down. Y'all ain't over there talking shit. But the black man that has, the so-called black man that has 1,000 subs and he's getting his super chats and his cash apps in, and he's asking people to donate to the platform, now you feel the need to tell the nigga, to tell the man how to run his show, how to run his shit. You don't go to your job and you don't tell your boss how to run their company. So what makes you think that you could jump on somebody else's YouTube panel and tell them how to run their panel? That's what I mean by the below average black man. Because you got, and this is to nobody specific, but I'm just talking about isolated incidents that I've seen over the past few days on several different YouTube channels involving black men. And a lot of times I'll tune out and start doing something else because I'm like, I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear a bunch of them. It's one thing if the debate is captivating. You know what I'm saying? People making points on both sides, valid points, because in a debate where it's captivating, there's ideas being thrown around, there's information that's being put out there so that you can soak up that game and learn, right? But The second that a dude get in his feelings and, you know, he's you know, want to tell the other content creator, you know, suck my ding-a-ling and all of this kind of stuff. And let me address that really quickly as well. Okay, so I am a West Indian man, right? I'm Trinidadian who was raised by West Indian grandparents who come over here from Trinidad to Brooklyn, New York, right? And a lot of my family is from New York. And I was raised around people from Brooklyn. Now, right? So SMD, that is a New York term. That is a New York term, right? That is the only place, like when I was back east, New York is the only place, that's the only place that I heard people would dudes say that. Tell another man to suck his pee-pee, right? And even then, I'm like, yo, like you're wilding, like that's nasty. Cut that out, man. So for the life of me in 2023, I could never understand. Oh, and just for the record as well, because, you know, I know it's a whole big thing. You know, my mom's side is FBA, Foundational Black American, or descendants of slaves, Native Black American Indians, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm claiming this land. I'm claiming the United States, and I'm claiming my Trinidadian islands. So I'm all black. I'm the best. I'm the best of all blackness, right? I'm black. Yeah. So all y'all out there that be talking crap about the islanders and all of that shit, yeah, you can't say nothing about me. Yeah, because I'm born in the South. My mom's family is from the South, from South Carolina. It don't get any more historic than that. So you can't say shit about me. I got the best of both worlds. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah. So when I see grown men telling other grown men to suck his D, I'm like, yo, that's gay, man. Like, cut that out. Like, I know you saying it as disrespect, but that's gay. Like, if you're not gay, you shouldn't be telling another man to suck your Johnson. Now, if you're gay, then I could understand why you would tell another man to suck your Johnson, because you're gay. That's what you like, right? So it's understandable. And even if you are gay and you're talking to another gay man, I don't want to hear that shit around me. I don't care how frustrated I am at somebody. I'm never going to tell another grown man to suck my D, because I ain't like that. Now, I might say that to your wife, but I'm never going to say that to another grown man. And I'm just kidding. I would never say that to your wife. I'm respectful when it comes to the wives. I'm not trying to get crazy disrespectful when it comes to people's family, because I know, you know, people jump out the window for your family. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all. That's just jokes. But you shouldn't be having your wife around a bunch of ninjas anyway. But pay attention to it, guys. When y'all watch these panels, the below average black man is gonna tell content creators how to run their channel, and is gonna do all kind of sucker shit. If I don't like the way that somebody runs their channel, then I'm just not gonna rock with their channel, and I'm not gonna rock with them. I'm not gonna go on the live chat and disrespect them. I'm not gonna hit the like button. I'm probably not gonna stay subscribed to your channel if I don't rock with you. And you know, I'm just not gonna do that. I remember, like, when I was growing up, black men, young black boys, like, we had the expectation that we had to be something great. But now it just seems like everybody wants to be a fucking degenerate. And it's fucking crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I used to be cool with a lot of people. You know, when I was making my rounds on YouTube like a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, people started hearing about Zone and all that. I was on any and every panel, whether it was a beef panel, whether it was a panel talking about women, rating women, you know what I mean? I was on any and every panel. But the more and more I began to learn and be on the panel, and then I just began to be a spectator and watch, 2-3 years later, I'm like, wow, it's a lot of lame people. Like, people are really lame. Like, they will really make their whole live streams about a content creator that is streaming live from his living room. Like, they will literally sit there when you have the power to go live and talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's so much stuff out here to be said. It's so much content out here for you to talk about, but you rather talk about the dude that's sitting in his bedroom or the dude that's sitting in his living room. And you know what though? What I will say is, yes, every now and again, you do gotta roast a pussy ass nigga from time to time. Because there are some pussy ass niggas, and when I say pussy ass nigga, I'm not in this particular case reference that I'm talking about right now at 48 minutes and 44 seconds in the live stream. A pussy nigga could be any race. It ain't just gotta be limited to black. A pussy nigga can be any race. So yeah, there are some times where you do gotta flame a pussy nigga because he acting like a pussy and he put the hoes before bros, and you do gotta flame a pussy nigga from time to time. You can't be a pussy nigga and be in my presence. And most of you that know me right now know that I am a non-confrontational guy. I'm very passive aggressive. I will always try to resolve a situation. I will never resort to violence first. That is not what I do. But every now and then, you got to pull a nigga hoe card, especially if he just doing some pussy ass hoe shit and people are seeing it. You can't be close with somebody. You can't be close with somebody and not call them out on their pussy ass hoe shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you really care about somebody or love somebody or rock with somebody, one of your bros, you know, and they doing shit like putting hoes over bros, you gotta call that pussy shit out. And if he refuses to smell the roses and wake the fuck up, then you gotta distance yourself from that nigga, because eventually that nigga will kill you over a bitch. Eventually. So there are some exceptions that have to be made. Sometimes you do gotta call a pussy nigga out, you know. Sometimes you do gotta be on some bullshit. Sometimes you do gotta provide a little bit of extra content for the audience, for some shock value, for some likes. Sometimes you do gotta do all that. But the majority of the times, you do not have to be a below average black man. Now this part is specifically to the so-called black man. You do not have to be a below average black man. You don't have to be emotional. Get out of your emotions. You don't have to be all up in your feelings when somebody says something that pushes your buttons. It's just words. You don't know these people personally. You over here showing your ass on the internet because somebody said some words to you that didn't sit well with you. and now you want to show your ass, and now you want to potentially ruin a friendship which could turn into a business ship, all because you cannot control your emotions. Oh, you was cool last year, but this year it's like the envy and the hatred has just consumed your heart, has consumed your soul. And now you're so in a rage that when other people are successful, that in their moment of success, you want to try and sabotage their success. You want to try and sabotage their reputation. You want to try and sabotage their hard work because you're a below average black man, because you're a lazy fuck who has all the potential in the world, but you spend all your time on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, wondering why other people are doing well in life, wondering why people have such a large subscriber base or have such a large audience when they go live. It's because they put in the work. They did something right. And you cannot grow by focusing on other motherfuckers. You can't grow when you're a below average black man. When you're a below average black man, all you're gonna be is a hater. And all you're gonna be is envious, which eventually is gonna turn into jealousy. That is, jealousy and envy is those are the two main things that I notice on these YouTube streets. So YouTube, let your channel grow 100 or 200 subscribers. Oh, they want to, go and talk about how many YouTube shorts you post to get those subscribers. Or, oh, they want to talk about whatever strategy you use to get those subscribers. But they don't want to, soak up the game and take what you did to grow their shit so they can be where you are or even surpass you. But you rather come on the internet every single day because you're fucking miserable, because you're lazy, because you're dumb, with all the potential in the world. You'd rather be a below average black man because you're too lazy to mind your own business. You too much into everybody beef, everybody drama, everybody shit, because you can't put yourself on. I come up in the 90s. I come up where, and I'm an artist. I come up in the early 2000s, but before all this internet shit, before, you know what I'm saying, when you actually still had to write letters. People were still writing letters, personal letters, before text message, right? I come up in a time where you actually had to put in the work. You a rapper or you a singer, you had to go in the studio. You had to burn that CD 300 times and then go out in the streets and pass it out, or try to sell your CD for $5, $10, $15, $20. Go to a concert and try to promote your shit. Yeah, I did all of that. I did all that in South Carolina. I did all that in Georgia. I did all that in Arizona. I did all that in California. I did that. I'm the one that put myself in the same room as Nipsey Hussle. I'm the one that put myself in the same room as Sha Money Excel. I'm the one that put myself in the same room as the RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan. I'm the one that put myself in the same room as Q-Tip. All from my grind. All from putting the work in and having a vision and having a dream and not being lazy and dealing with my emotions the right way. And having the right people around me too. Yeah, man, it's sad, man. It's sad, man. And you know what the funny thing is? Some of the content creators that I'm talking about, these are not young content creators. These are content creators in their 40s, probably in their 50s. These ain't young content creators that I'm talking about. Now, when you in your 20s or when you in your early 30s, not even in your 30s, because by the time your 30s roll around, you're supposed to have some kind of some type of consciousness. You're supposed to have some kind of knowledge in this world. You're supposed to have some kind of direction in this world. I could understand if you in your 20s and you jealous of a nigga, or you envious because a nigga got a nicer car than you, or a better crib than you, or a better bitch than you. I could understand that shit. But when you in your fucking 40s, when you in your 50s, and you acting like a nigga in your 20s, that shit is fucking lame. You spent all your fucking days on this earth just to hate on a nigga that's 10, 15 years younger than you, because he got the ambition and drive that you had that you don't got no more. But you use your energy and you turn that into jealousy and envy, and now you destroying the brotherhood or the friendship that you have with one of your road dogs, one of your dogs, all because of his opinions and his views and his thoughts. I hope I'm not like you niggas when I get 45, 47, 52. I pray to God I'm not like you niggas, because I watch a lot of you niggas, and a lot of you niggas are below average black men. Below average black men. And I probably make less money than you, and I got more than you. I probably make less money than you, and I got more than you. My whole life is do more with less. My whole life has always been about do more with less. Because I don't care about being liked. I don't care about, oh, this the hottest nigga on YouTube or whatever. If you're not rocking with me because of how I am, then don't fucking rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't rock with me. If you don't like how I am, if you don't like how I talk, if you don't like my point of view on things, then don't fucking rock with me. Don't come in my live chat talking crazy, you know, trying to get your attention, trying to get attention from the bitches. No, don't do that shit. Nah, if you don't rock with me, don't rock with me. And don't do no fucking show trying to get clout off my name when you can have a conversation with me over the phone or on IG. Don't do no fucking show about me. Now, it's one thing to do a show on a topic and it's some teachable shit in there, but if you literally doing a show just to talk about a nigga, just to drag a nigga through the dirt, and don't get me wrong, like I said, every now and then, sometimes you gotta drag a nigga. Sometimes you do. And when I use the word nigga, I'm not talking about just the black man. I'm talking about all races. You ain't gotta be black just to be a nigga. You could be a nigga and be white. You could be a nigga and be Asian. You could be a nigga and be Hispanic. I pray to God I'm not like you old dusty niggas in your 40s and your 50s who literally come on the internet. Y'all niggas done been on this earth 4 and 5 decades and ain't got no kind of game to offer, no kind of wisdom to offer. You ain't got no kind of crazy stories to tell that the young dudes could learn from. You ain't got nothing to fucking offer but beef and drama. You ain't got nothing to offer. Nothing. But you want to come on fucking YouTube every day and try to stir up some drama for the bitches, for the likes, for the subs. And look, whoever hear this and if you feel like I'm talking about you, then I'm talking about you. Whoever hear this and you feel like I'm talking about you, it's about you. Because a hit dog will holler. If you feel like this is about you, this is about you. If you feeling a sense of conviction when you listen to this, whether you are watching live or whether you're watching recorded, it's about you. Let me see. XL Pro says social media is a hell of a drug. Absolutely. Social media is probably worse than real drugs. XL Pro also says, I understand. Dudes addicted to attention like a bitch. Absolutely. It's so crazy. It is so crazy. Like, I can't tell y'all, like, sometimes I be like, I be wanting to go, I be wanting to go live all the time, man. I be wanting to hit that live button and go live all the time. But like honestly, I love the time that I have to myself, right? I spent most of my life raising my daughters. I spent most of my life like grinding, like hard shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I spent most of my, excuse me, hold on. I spent most of my life grinding, you know what I'm saying? I spent most of my life always putting other people ahead of myself, making sure everybody else straight. I'm literally just now getting to a point in my life, like the last couple years since my daughter got in high school, like I'm literally just getting to a point in my life where I literally have alone time to myself. And so the last thing I want to do is hit live and use up my own, like right now, yeah, I'll give y'all a little bit of time right now. You feel me? Because I feel like chopping it up with y'all. Because I feel like going live right now. Because I have something to say. Because the shit that I'm talking about needs to be addressed. Right? But I'm to a point now where I like my time alone. Right? I like the fact that I'm able to think about the future with clarity. Right? This is gonna sound kind of crazy, but I like the fact, well, let me just put this out there. Okay, I'm always gonna like multiple women. I'm always gonna want to be with multiple women. Like, I don't think that's ever going away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna always want to have multiple girlfriends. I'm gonna always want to do that, right? I'm gonna always, like I said, I don't think that's ever gonna go away, right? But like I said, I'm just now getting to a place where I actually have alone time, right? I actually can go out and do things by myself, right? Like I actually could go out to a bar by myself. I spent most of my life around other people, doing things for everybody else, making sure that things are straight. I actually like the fact that I somewhat have a chick now who we spend time together, right? I kind of like that shit a little bit. As weird as it is, as weird, even I feel weird even saying that shit right now. But I kind of like the fact that I have a chick, you know, like I said before in one of my previous live streams, we're not exclusive, but I like the fact that we kick it when we do, and I like the fact that my life is somewhat coming back together again, right? So the last thing I'm gonna do is just be on live streaming all day, running my mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Time is valuable. Time is valuable. Right? So the problem with Black YouTube is that, unfortunately, it's too much jealousy, too much envy. You know, I hear content creators all the time talking about, man, if we could just come together. Nah, my G. It's never gonna happen. Black YouTube is never gonna come together. Black YouTube is always gonna remain in the trash, in the ghetto, in the gutter. it's only gonna be a few of us that are the cream of the crop. You know, unfortunately, you know, when a nigga get a bunch of likes and subscribers, that's like when a rapper go platinum. You know what I'm saying? It's like when a rapper go 10 times platinum. Unfortunately, these likes and these subs are like platinum plaques for these dudes. And unfortunately, because of that, it's gonna destroy friendships, it's gonna destroy brotherhoods. You're never gonna be able to do business with most of these niggas, because the second that something don't go right, they either gonna go do a live show about it, or they're gonna try to, you know, do some sucker shit and not be a man, and not handle shit the right way. So as far as I'm concerned, black YouTube is just in the toilet bowl. You know, and you know, you're gonna continue seeing niggas in their 40s and their 50s, you know, beefing and arguing like these young dudes who in their teens and their 20s, and it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Even myself at 34, I ain't about to be screaming and yelling at some dude on a panel. I'm concerned about my blood pressure. I'm not about to be raising my blood pressure, yelling and screaming at a dude on a panel and all of that. I don't even yell and scream at my daughters. I don't even yell and scream at them. So I'll be damned if I'm about to yell and scream at somebody on a panel. I'm not doing that shit. Hell nah. I'm not wasting my energy just because, you know what I'm saying, just because that's the reaction that the audience want. And unfortunately, when it comes to a lot of the black male content creators, unfortunately, a lot of them are going to be below average at best. A lot of them are going to be below average at best, unfortunately. Because instead of actually bringing the value to their content, having constructive conversations, having conversations that make people think, you know, doing live streams so that in 5 years from now, somebody can go back and look at that live stream and be like, yo, I actually learned something from this. Unfortunately, the value of live streaming when it comes to black YouTube is very low. But you look at the other guys, right? And they getting 10,000, 100,000, a million subs, right? Because they understand it's a business. But a lot of these below average black males, when it comes to YouTube, they would rather stay on a low frequency and you know what I'm saying, and stay in the trash can. They ain't got nothing of value to bring to the table. So I just wanted to come on right quick. I thank y'all for rocking with me. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Please make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Also subscribe to the channel if it's in your heart. We got one more comment that just came in by XL Pro. Let me see. Black YouTube reflects black community. You need a diverse mindset to elevate beyond the community. Absolutely. I cannot tell you, like I said, I wasn't going to say any names, and I'm not going to say any names because I done made it this far and I ain't said no names, but the shit that I was seeing today on these YouTube streets, like, let me say this before I go. If you are a black man and you are depending on you're depending on you know, YouTube monetization, You already lost, brother. You already lost in the game. It is more, social media wasn't even built for men. It was built for women. That's why women, if you notice, women, female content creators, they do not lose their YouTube channels like that. They do not lose monetization on their YouTube channels like that. They can talk about killing black babies and all of this kind of stuff and still keep their YouTube channel, still keep their YouTube monetization. If you are depending on YouTube monetization to pay your bills, if you do not have at least 9 or 10 YouTube channels, when your main channel gets demonetized, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You should not be blaming other people. And again, I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but I have seen this instance a few times where some of the content creators talk about losing YouTube monetization. Yes, YouTube monetization is great. It's a great tool. You know what I'm saying? You get paid for your content, whoop-de-whoop, whatever, right? But I want y'all, because listen, I don't talk about this often because there are people with YouTube channels who are way successful, way more successful than me, who have thousands of subscribers more than me. But listen, I pay attention. I study. And what you guys got to understand is this, right? Once you lose your YouTube channel, or once you lose your first couple of YouTube channels, you are then placed in what's called a high risk category, which basically means that if YouTube wants to, if you have multiple channels, they can find all of your channels and demonetize all of your channels. That's why you need to be having at least 5 or 6 different channels. And that's why you need to have a subscriber base at least 5 or 6 different platforms, so that if you ever come to YouTube one day and your monetization is gone, or somebody hits you with a copyright strike or whatever, well, then you could just go over to another platform and still keep it rolling. And that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like again, I watch a lot of different content. I don't just be watching, you know, the black content creators. I watch a lot of content creators, and a lot of these content creators who are very successful financially on Facebook, they got like 9 or 10 different channels. I've heard them tell stories about losing channels and blah, 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 blah. They got about 9 or 10 different channels. So if you're doing a bunch of nonsense that's getting you kicked off of YouTube and losing your demonetization, that's on you. That's not on that's not on YouTube. You are in what's called a high risk category. Now, if you go back to 2015, 2016, right? Around the time when YouTube first started letting content creators go live, you could say and do whatever you want, because YouTube did not have a lot of the guidelines that they do now. The reason that YouTube has more guidelines than ever now is because YouTube is basically turning into the new television, right? They're doing business with the NFL. They're doing business with live sports networks, right? And in order to do business with these companies, they can't have people, they cannot allow, they basically have to mirror the companies, like they have to mirror it like CBS or like ABC or like ESPN. So they have to have these guidelines in place so that it is attractive to sponsors and advertisers. Otherwise, if it's just a platform where people can say anything about anyone, well, that's not very business savvy. So that's why the YouTube guidelines are always changing, is because they're trying to remain attractive to advertisers, because that's how YouTube makes the majority of its revenue, is through advertising. So it has nothing to do with people striking your page or flagging your page. No, what it is once you get your channel demonetized, your channel deleted once or twice, you are then placed in what's called a high risk category from here to infinity. From here to infinity. So you have to be, and look, if you're a content creator that pushes the lines, you want to be able to say what you want to say, well, you either rock out on a channel that's not monetized, or you go to a completely different platform where you can say whatever you want to say and talk about whoever you want to talk about. Otherwise, when you're on YouTube, stop putting the blame on people. Stop blaming the fact that you're not intelligent enough to be able to talk without using curse words every other word, or saying insulting things all the time. That's your fault, that you're not intelligent enough to be able to converse in a way that is productive and moderate. That is your fault that you cannot be professional when you turn on the microphone and you want to do a show on YouTube. That is not anybody else's fault. I can't stand when people get on this YouTube platform and they want to place the blame on other people. Now, like I said, if you had a YouTube channel in 2016, 2017, whenever it was easy to flag people and get people kicked off the YouTube platform. But the reason that, again, they're so strict is because YouTube makes a lot of its money from advertisers. So yeah, stop putting shit on everybody else and accept your responsibility. Step your game up. You don't have to curse every other word. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do a lot of that low grade stuff. I've been on this YouTube live stream almost an hour and 19 minutes. And yes, I've used a few words here and there, but you don't hear cursing throughout all of this stream. You can go back and you can look at any of my other previous live streams. You're not going to hear a whole bunch of cursing throughout that either. Now, am I going to say things like, you know, pussy nigga hoe fuck nigga fuck, pussy nigga hoe fuck ass titties? Absolutely. Right? But then after I say it, I'm not going to say it again for another hour. And I'm not even going to be in this live stream another hour. I'm actually about to end it right now. And we got a comment in the section by Excel Pro. Tommy Sotomayor dealt with that for years. Absolutely. And what is Tommy Sotomayor doing right now? Tommy Sotomayor is on Rumble and a couple of other different platforms. Look, I've been on Rumble. I've seen a few shows. Look, I was watching Tommy Sotomayor on Rumble when the Lakers during the NBA playoffs, and this man had 1,000 people watching him commentate the game. He had 1,000 people watching him commentate the Lakers game live. Right? And do you know why Tommy Sotomayor is able to do that? It's because Tommy Sotomayor was able to build up value in his content. Tommy Sotomayor doesn't curse all the time, even though he's on Rumble. He's able to convey things in a way that is both educational and humorous at the same time. And in fact, when he came back to YouTube for a short period of time, even then, he still didn't use a bunch of curse words and things like that. You know what I'm saying? He did some reaction videos, but even then, the way that he commentates in his live show, it shows that his intellectual capacity is not that of the below average black man. because a lot of you black men that have YouTube channels that all you do is beef and argue, and you tell other grown men to suck your pee pee. First of all, that you shouldn't be saying that. Like, why would you? I don't get how you could be a grown man and you're going on a platform and you're telling another man in front of other people, even if you mean it in an insulting way, even if you mean it like in a, hey, let's fight or whatever. That, why would you want to have a recording of that, of you? That's just gay and nasty. Like, cut it. Like, that's not cool. It never has been cool. It never has been. It never has been. Like, cut it out. It's 2023 now. Same-sex marriage is legal. You got the rainbow out here bussy popping everywhere they can, on every TV station, on every street corner. So you might want to refrain from using that term, because unfortunately, men doing that to other men is actually in right now. It's actually popular right now. And I, for one, I don't want to be popular saying, because I said that. Like, I don't want to be known for saying that. I don't want to be synonymous with saying SMD to another grown man on a YouTube channel live, where people can go back and hear it recorded for years. And even if you delete it, it's never really deleted, because people are always screen recording shit just in case they got to come back and use it, and they could be like, see, you said this at a minute and 20 hour and 24 minutes. So stop saying stuff that you don't want people to hold against you, because unfortunately these below average ass dudes are gonna use it against you whenever they get the chance. So step your game up, man. Step your game up and do better for yourself, man. Shit is crazy. Shouldn't have to tell grown men in their 40s and 50s to stop arguing like some bitches online. Like, seriously, you've been on this earth 4 and 5 decades. I'm sure that you have valuable information that you could share with the world. Don't just tell me that you've been here 4 and 5 decades and haven't learned shit or haven't been through shit. All right? So hit that like button on your way out. Thank you guys for stopping by and chopping it up with me for a few minutes. Actually, more like an hour and some change. Hit that subscribe button if it's in your heart. You can find me at Zone864TV on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm out. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.